Our story begins with Patrick Piquet and Laurent Lassimouillas. They were two French citizens who loved wildlife photography and off-the-beaten-path travel. In the spring of 2019, they booked a dream vacation to Benin, a country widely considered one of the safest and most stable windows into West African wildlife. To ensure everything went perfectly, they hired Fiacre Bonja. Fiacre wasn't just a driver. He was a deeply respected local guide who knew every watering hole, every dirt trail, and every animal migration pattern in Pendjari National Park. On May 1st, the trio loaded their luggage into a white 4x4 safari vehicle. The weather was clear, the park was active, and to the staff at the main lodge, it was just another routine tour. But looking back through an investigative lens, this specific region carried a hidden vulnerability. Pendjari shares a direct, porous border with Burkina Faso, a region where criminal networks and insurgent factions had slowly been expanding their territory. To these hidden factions, a safari vehicle filled with foreign nationals wasn't just a group of tourists. It was a massive, strategic opportunity. Criminal groups in this zone operate on high-risk, high-reward models. They understand that capturing foreign citizens instantly grants them two things: millions of dollars in potential leverage and immediate global media attention to force their political agendas. The group drove deep into the remote northern sectors of the park, and as the sun began to dip below the horizon, the air went completely silent. With the vehicle found in Burkina Faso, the case was no longer a local missing persons investigation. It was a multinational hostage crisis. French intelligence agencies, working alongside Beninese and Burkinabe forces, flooded the region with tracking drones and satellite surveillance. They discovered that the kidnappers were moving the hostages toward Mali, intending to hand them over to an extremist group aligned with Al-Qaeda. If the hostages reached Mali, rescue would become virtually impossible. The French government decided they couldn't wait. The clock was ticking. On the night of May 9th, under total darkness, a hidden transport plane flew over the lawless plains of Burkina Faso. Inside were members of the Commandos Marine, France's most elite Tier 1 Special Forces unit. The operators parachuted into the drop zone, landing miles away from the suspected criminal compound, moving in absolute silence. They tracked through the dense bush for hours, completely undetected. They approached a makeshift camp where the armed guards were sleeping. The commandos managed to infiltrate the camp, getting within 10 meters of the shelters without triggering an alarm. But suddenly, a lookout spotted a shadow. A fierce firefight erupted in the dark. The elite French forces breached the shelters, shielding the hostages with their own bodies. In a matter of minutes, the compound was secured. Patrick Piquet and Laurent Lassimouillas were pulled out of the structures, alive. But the rescue came at an incredibly heavy price. Two heroic French commandos, Cédric de Pierrepont and Alain Bertoncello, lost their lives in the line of duty to protect the travelers. But the biggest surprise of the night came when the commandos searched the remaining rooms. Crouched in the corner of another shelter were two entirely different hostages, an American woman and a South Korean citizen, whose governments didn't even know they had been abducted. The survival of these travelers is a testament to incredible military precision. But the scars left behind on the region remain deep. When we analyze the operational breakdown of this true crime event, it highlights a terrifying reality about remote travel safety. National parks across the globe are designed to keep wildlife in and create peace for visitors. But because they cover thousands of square miles of dense, unmonitored terrain, they can accidentally become the perfect hunting grounds for specialized criminal networks looking to exploit soft targets. Following this high-profile incident, the entire West African safari industry underwent a dramatic transformation. Today, security parameters are completely different. Many border zone parks now require heavily armed escorts, real-time satellite tracking devices on every single vehicle, and strict no-go zones near international boundary lines. One single, calculated ambush completely rewrote the rules of how international tourism operates in remote sectors. For travelers, the psychology of safety has shifted. Beautiful, serene landscapes can hide immense, unseen risks. True safety means understanding that geopolitical boundaries matter and ensuring you are always operating with certified, high-security operators when exploring remote regions. If this deep dive into the Pendjari Park crisis opened your eyes to the hidden complexities of international cases, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We cover the real psychology, tactical breakdowns, and untold stories behind the world's most intense missing persons cases. Drop a comment below, hearing how quickly this situation escalated across borders. Would this change the way you plan your next international vacation? Thank you for watching. Stay aware out there, and I'll see you in the next case breakdown.